I was observing the movements of a male blackbird the other day. The way he danced and expanded his feathers as he tried to attract his mate, the way he whistled, sweet melodies of chirps in her ear, must have swept her off her feet because that bird was buzzardy. She was gone clear, and after a couple of minutes or so of pure entertainment, she flew off deep into the tree. But the male blackbird, he remained on these streets. He continued to feed. And when I tell you that even 10 seconds after the man just went over the girl, you know, he already started to entertain another female bird. My boy's feathers began to twirl, and it had me thinking that in a world full of different species, all man is dog. So you mean to tell me after spending minutes dancing trying to impress the first bird, in 10 seconds you're ready to move on? That's not horn, that's deceit. Lying with every message, every tweet. Fill her head with empty promises about, oh, nobody could compete, you should be shamed. Walking around calling yourself a man, you're still living in your parents' nest, but you're promising these girls house and land, futures plan. Empty promises like, you're my one and only. But in a few months later, you add a comma after that phrase and include Sarah, Emily, and Susie. And this truly had me thinking that in a world full of different species, all man is dog. So anyway, the male blackbird continues to dance as he tries to impress bird number 2. But you see, just as fast as she came, it was just as fast as she flew. She didn't seem interested in his tweets or his vain attempts trying to make her his. And even though this man has a whole other bird who loves him, he followed the one who couldn't be phased and continued to dance, sing sweet melodies and enhance. His game now changed and he realizes he needs to advance. But just when he was about to up his levels, he turned his head and he caught a glimpse. The man saw bird number 1 being entertained by someone else. This man was furious. Leave from entertaining bird number 2. Fly over and started chirping in a rage like, girl, that's what you're really going and do? And after all I do for you, all those minutes that I spent dancing, time I spent in your nest wasting phone card talking and laughing, all for what? But little did he know bird number 1 had eyes and ears all over. And in a single chirp, she replied, how much tweet you go tweet till I pull up these screenshots and post your caption, waste man. Inform the world of your small wingspan. Warn women everywhere to beware of all your empty plans about man. You wanna put me in house but you can't clean your room. You wanna put ring on this finger and you're talking about pay ain't coming through yet like boo. It's been the end of the month 4 years now, and don't think I didn't know it wasn't standards the other day that came and take away a couch, and from that moment he flew. The man fly away so fast he didn't have time to entertain bird number 2, and in that moment I just knew it didn't matter if it was a bird, lion, or a frog, because still, in a world full of 8 million different species, all man is dog.